When I got back from Nashville, I realized that I'd much rather live in a clean hotel.
Oh boy.
See, my place is a mess. So I got to work picking things up, doing the laundry, getting the vacuuming done. I knew that it would be a great surprise for my wife if she came home from her parents and saw a nice place to live in. And I have to say, I think the place could still look a little better, but I did a good job. Hey, when'd you get home?
I think.
My name is Stephen Ross. In October 2017, I took on John Duffy as a new student. A man with no experience in training or fitness. It is my duty to turn him into the hero the world needs him to be.
Explain this part again.
Okay, so what we're doing here is, go ahead and stand naturally for me. Go ahead and release. Good, okay. All right, so if you'll turn to the side for me. So right here, we can see that she's bent here. She's not standing all the way straight up. And the reason for that is she's got really tight hip flexors that are making it so that her hips are forward. And so her hips are...
Okay, hold on. It's okay, shh.
Okay, so, as you can see, we have a crying baby right here, and such is life. When you're training, you're not always going to be in ideal conditions. Sometimes you have to train a la baby. So we've got this baby right here, and Lindsay is holding her daughter, and so go ahead and try to stand naturally for me with your daughter here. So we can see here that she's got a little bit of a tight hip flexor here because that's making her hips go like this. So she's got what's called a lordosis, which means that her hips are turned forward. So if you imagine the hips as like a bucket of water, the bucket of water is now pouring out in front of her. So we were just going over when you're standing, if she was to squeeze her butt, go ahead and squeeze your butt for me. Squeeze tight. Give me a little bit of squeeze in your abdominals. All right, so right now she's tightened up her glutes and her abs, so that's going to pull her hips forward. So right now she's feeling a little bit like she's hyperextended. She's feeling like she's going like this, but she's not. She's just not used to being in a natural standing posture because she has such tight hip flexors. Now go ahead and make sure that that's tight for me. Go ahead and get your feet in a good position so that you're naturally... Yeah, there we go. Squeeze that butt. Keep those abs tight. How do you feel? Does that feel awkward?
Yes.
Yeah. It's going to feel awkward until we loosen up those hip flexors, strengthen your abdominals, and strengthen your glutes.
Several years ago, I used to be underweight, 15 pounds underweight, and I've went in about 2 years from 15 pounds underweight to I don't know how many pounds overweight. Probably about 70 pounds overweight, and that actually almost hurt my pregnancy. When I was expecting my daughter, it was my weight was really high then, and I want to be at a good weight. So since this show is about more than just being what I used to be, it's about being more than what I used to be. I want to be like the amazing characters that you see in Infamous. I want to be like Fetch, Delson, or Cole. I want to be able to be strong, flexible. I want to be able to keep up with my kid. I want to be able to feel good about my body. I also want to be able to make smart decisions on the fly.
So we're doing some hip rotations here to loosen up Lindsay's hips, and we want to try to move from the glutes, pushing the hips back, and then squeezing the glutes to push the hips forward instead of going with the lower back. You move with the lower back, it's going to end up hurting you. Hi. Hello.
Now, Lindsay's got a lot of mobility issues here in her hips and her shoulders and some other issues with being able to walk properly. Some of that was exacerbated by her pregnancy, and if she does not correct this, in the next few years it's going to be increasingly more difficult for her to be able to do normal everyday activity.
Wait a second, what is this crap? The whole episode is Lindsay? Hey, good, I'm glad you're here, So, I'm not sure what's going on here. Ross is probably pulling something. There goes Ross again, always pulling stuff on me, because I don't have any footage of me from this week. I mean, there was the cleaning thing, yeah, but I did stuff this week. I did training stuff this week. Granted, most of it was stuff you'd already seen before, like, combat training and going for walks and whatnot, but seriously, though, I did do stuff, I swear. Just kind of odd that there's nothing of me here. Don't you think that's odd? Let me talk to you. I mean, maybe, you know what? Let's go a little bit further and maybe we'll see something here. I'm hoping so. At least let's see what happens.
Now, Lindsay is here taking a nap? Just kidding. She's working on her glutes by trying to raise her knee by squeezing the side of her glute. It's called a clam. See, she's not able to raise it very high because she does not have much control over her glutes, which is common among most people who sit a lot. They don't have the ability to fire the muscles that are included in that. Now, you watch as I do it, it raises a lot higher because I have the ability to squeeze my glutes like that. Here I have Lindsay trying to get off the ground in as many different ways as possible without repeating any of the ones that she's used. She can change it in any way that she likes, and this is really just getting her to have a better understanding of how her body moves in space, building her kinesthetic awareness, which is just her knowledge about her body as it moves. Today we introduced Lindsay to some weightlifting. We did a dumbbell bicep curl, we did some lunges, and we did a few very light deadlifts. Introducing her to these movements is going to improve her ability to do everyday tasks such as picking up her daughter, carrying groceries, and cleaning the house. As well as when she decides that she wants to move to more adventurous athletic endeavors, it will improve her ability to stay healthy while doing those things.
All right, get that elbow back here for me. All right, pull out. I want you to think about, now you can come back in, you don't have to hold it. Keep your butt squeezed, abs squeezed, always the butt. Squeeze the butt. It gets the pelvis in a good position, abs lock it in. Breathe, don't forget to breathe. Hands up.
My arms don't like this.
It's okay, you're gonna get there. Let's go, up.
I don't want to get there.
There you go. Pull, butt squeeze, squeeze hard. Ah!
Whether you eat, drink, or whatsoever ye lift, do all while squeezing your butt. 1 Corinthians 10:31. The lunges were definitely difficult for Lindsay. She has some previous injuries that she has to work through, but she did a really good job in pushing through, and eventually this is going to come much easier.
There we go.
Emma, come here, honey. Come here, honey.
Down. And drive through the heel on the left leg. Up.
It's a little hard getting back up.
That's
It's
okay.
a lot easier on this side. These last couple of days have been really tough on me. It's been hard on my whole body. I've had aches and pains everywhere. I've really been put through the ringer. I'm both nervous and excited about where I'm going next.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting. But I'm not going to freak out. I am just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. So, everybody, what did you think of that episode? Pretty interesting, huh? Not what you were expecting. I'm not insecure, I promise. Please leave your thoughts and comments below, because I am insecure, and your comments are the only things that keep me going throughout the day. Also, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/nextlevelstuff. We got some, next level stuff on there. Not really. Rewards are pretty standard. Live streams, Facebook groups to hang out privately in, and Also, recognition at the end of the episode. I mean, you would enjoy that, wouldn't you? I certainly would enjoy that, so I don't see why you wouldn't. I'll see you there because I, too, am a patron. Not really, I just run the page. Not actually a patron. Or am I? I don't know. I'm not actually sure how any of this works. I'm still insecure, so let's recap, all right? Leave a like. Yeah, that's nice, but more importantly, leave comments. And check us out on Patreon, and I hope to see you there. We're going to do a giveaway soon, so you want to stay tuned for that. The giveaway is going to be on Patreon, so check it out there so you are ready for when we do the giveaway. I am running out of time, and YouTube is telling me that right now, saying, Duffy, you're running out of time. Get to the point. The point is, I love you guys. Leave a comment. Leave a comment, please, because I love the comment. All right, I'll see you guys next time. This is John Duffy for Next Level Stuff and Origin Story, signing off in a very insecure manner.